Hi guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Today we are here with some F1 2015 news, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. But I've just got to quickly note about the gameplay. It is recorded on Xbox 360, and the gameplay obviously won't be as good at driving as it would be on PC, but hopefully that doesn't really matter too much because you're here hopefully to listen to the commentary. So I've actually been sort of looking around and trying to find some information about F1 2015 that hasn't really been talked about in the press releases and everything. So I'm going to talk about it in this video today, thanks to some tweets that I found from some of the developers over at Codemasters. So let's have a look at this from Lee Mathers' Twitter, and you can see here he says, "It sounds like you appreciate Pro Season where you have to do the entire weekend fully," which makes me think, are they bringing it back where you can do all 3 practice sessions, all 3 qualifying sessions, and then the race? Because obviously in recent Formula 1 games they took away the practice session thing, and you can only do 1 practice session. And I know it sounds a little bit silly, but I'm sure there are some people out there, it might be just 1,000 or 2,000 people that buy the game, they might want to do that. They might want to have that sort of feel of a full race weekend, and especially if you don't play the game an awful lot, maybe you play the game an awful lot, I don't know, either side of it really, you might want to just, you know, do the complete career mode. You don't want to just do like a 7-race series, do you? Sometimes you don't. I mean, sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't, especially if you're really into Formula 1 and you know, especially when you just get the game. I mean, when you first get the game, I don't see anyone playing 7-race seasons. Now, I mean, I know obviously in recent months I've obviously played 7-race seasons in my modded career mode, but that's more down to just trying to get a season over and, you know, over quickly so we can get onto another team basically, and that's sort of, you know, trying to keep everyone happy in a way, but I don't know whether it actually does. But yeah, that tweet actually made me happy because it sort of sounded like, the way he said it, I'm not too sure whether it is true, but it sounds like they might be going back to 3 practice sessions and just having that option, which I think a lot of people will appreciate having in the game, because it's just that extra option that people can have, especially if they really like Formula 1 and just want to play the game an awful lot. And I wouldn't be surprised if they brought that back for F1 2015. Next up, we've got another tweet over from Lee Mathers' Twitter here, and you can see he says, "Hey buddy, just had a thought. Is it worth me typing up my setups for F1 2014, or is there a new system for 2015? That was asked by David Oliver there, and he says, well, it's all new, but you should, you know, find similar settings from F1 2014 and the games beforehand. So this could mean, you know, obviously a whole new system. I mean, it could be a whole new system between F1 2013 and F1 2014. I mean, they never really said. So I'm not too sure whether this really changes anything here, but, you know, it might be worth noting down some of your setups from F1 2014, as they might help out in 2015. Or you could just use the 1111, which, you know, gets used every single year, pretty much by everyone. The 1111, you know, 1-1 or whatever it is. You know, if you played Formula 1 games for the last couple of years, you know, and you play it quite a bit, you know about that sort of, people called it a glitch, but it wasn't really a glitch, because that was just what was, you know, fastest in game. So yeah, it looks like that will be back for F1 2015. Similar setups look like they'll be in the game, and, you know, it's not really surprising, is it? F1 2015 cars similar to F1 2014 cars, but, you know, it shouldn't be really hard to find that perfect setup on F1 2015. Obviously, if they're having a similar system to last year, I mean, it's good that it's, you know, new and it's different, but, you know, finding similar results, it's not really that surprising, is it? You know, is it at the end of the day, because it is a pretty similar car, and it probably will be a pretty similar game in that aspect. Next up, another tweet, and I think weirdly out of all of them it might be the one I like the most, and somebody's tweeting about the wheel, and Lee replies, "The wheel can now rotate further and the driver is able to cross arm in the hairpins, like the Monaco hairpin, the Lowe's hairpin." And I know that sounds really stupid, I like that out of all of the things we've seen here today, but I think I like that the most, because if you played the F1 games and you've raced around Monaco, you know at the hairpin, you know, look at the steering there. That's pretty much the, you know, the full lock you can get in the game, and it's not very realistic, is obviously, because over at Monaco they completely go around the wheel. I don't know, is it like something like over 200 degrees, I think, around the hairpin at Monaco? So I mean, that's quite cool that they've actually had that in the game finally. I mean, I know it's just a little tiny thing there, but it just makes the gameplay just look a little bit better. And lots of games, you know, rival games, you could say, you know, racing games have had that sort of thing for quite a few years now, you know, crossing over arms in the hairpins. And it sounds stupid, but one little thing like that does make the game, in a way, quite a bit better. It just makes it a little bit more realistic, and, you know, each year we get a bit more realistic, I think we'll get a better game at the end. So yeah guys, hopefully you enjoyed the news. Thanks for watching. It's been Alex Mad here. Goodbye.